Damn it, fella. Look here.
Stand by.
One for C-Lab, two for Troy Ego, three for Wolverine to round out the trio. In this episode, everybody dies.
Broadcasting live from inside the Power Band, this is The Blah. In this episode, everybody dies. I'm your host, Mr. the Wolverine, alias Wargasm, also a Mortal Kombat film historian, along with my intrepid companions, Head in a Jar Higo.
Hello.
And C-Lab Forever.
Test your might.
Welcome to the show, folks. This week we're talking about the 2026 masterpiece.
Why did they make
Mortal Kombat 2, the sequel to 2021's Mortal Kombat, the reboot of the famous game franchise. Let's have a go and see how we did. High level.
Low expectations.
Low level.
Low level. We did this one for you, friend of the show, Karl Urban.
Yeah, we did.
And it was fucking awful. That's my high level.
Okay, and that was C-Lab, everybody. Over to Jar Ego.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll second that. I feel like I saw a trailer for this and I was like, I don't know. I mean, it's a Mortal Kombat movie, so
yeah.
floor expectations. But I was like, oh, Karl Urban's in it. I don't know. Like the trailer, I feel like made it seem like it might have some charm. And
yeah.
Well, it didn't. It had no charm.
Yeah.
And Karl Urban could not save it. And in fact, really, I could just sum it up by, I was like, wow, I hope there's better in store for you post The Boys than this, Karl. Jesus.
Oof. Damn, bro.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Like I started feeling sad.
Yeah. I don't really worry about that because he's so like just kind of beats his own drum, you know, and he always has, and he kind of does what he wants. And it's kind of what I dig about him, you know, one of the things I dig about him.
Mm-hmm.
But,
so you saying he wanted to do this?
He might have.
Yeah, I would say he probably did, dude, because he's kind of like a fun guy like that, you know? He just seems like, oh, yeah, it seems like cool fun. Like, I'll just do that, you know? I don't know. That seems like the way he is, you know?
Who knows?
Like,
maybe he was just like a huge, you know, fan of the game or something.
Maybe his kid was. Who knows?
Back in the day, you know?
Yeah, it's possible, man.
I love that idea of like, a lot of times people like do Disney movie voices because their kid's in it, and he's doing Mortal Kombat because his kid wanted to be in it, playing the younger Johnny Cage.
Yeah, right. Totally. Well, I mean, you know, it's possible. I mean, his roles are like, you know, Pathfinder, Judge Dredd, Star Trek, you know, like he's done some interesting, cool stuff. A lot of, you know, Riddick, obviously, a lot of stuff in the sci-fi space, you know, which is cool. So it's kind of like on, the phrase is escaping me, but, you know, it's like on par for him, you know, to kind of do a movie like this, you know. I mean, I'm not saying it was the best movie. I'm going to try really hard here to be like diplomatic as I can, even though I think the movie was just kind of, you know, I don't really look at like Rotten Tomatoes scores and shit, but like I looked at the Rotten Tomatoes score as I was watching this, and it said 6.5, and I was like, yep, that's about right, man. This movie is about a 6.5.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'll leave that as my high level, I guess.
I mean, it's kind of, I don't know, man, because you got like Lego movie stuff. We talked about it like last week or the week before, where there's like some IP that you wouldn't expect to be good, and this is obviously IP that you wouldn't expect to be good, and boy, does it deliver on that promise. But
it sure does.
It's just like it's just never gonna be good, and it's a bummer that, I mean, like it's kind of a shitty thing to say, but like Karl Urban and Hiroyuki Sanada, and then even the other dude that was Raiden, Tadanobu Asano, who barely speaks English, but like he's awesome. He's great in like a bunch of stuff.
He
like
is.
Those three dudes.
He was in Shogun
like,
as well. Yeah.
Yeah, Shogun. Yeah, that's the one. It's like they're A tier, and then the rest of the cast is like, I don't know, getting their experience and building their way up to A tier maybe, but it's like it's a fucking B movie. Like it's a B movie that they spend $80 million on, which I don't know, but
yeah, I would
like
throw
kind of beneath them.
I'd throw Chin Han in there as well. He was the guy that played the sorcerer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he played Lao in The Dark Knight. Like he's done some like really good stuff. Like, you know what I mean? So like,
sure.
Sorry, yeah, go ahead.
No, that's it. I mean, I saw something the other day that was kind of interesting, and it was talking about like why are there so many shit movies? There's this dude Patrick Willems that does long form YouTube stuff, and he it's kind of gimmicky, but he watched like 24 straight to streaming movies that like he's like, have you ever heard of blah blah blah? And it's like, I bet you haven't. And it's like it's got like Natalie Portman and da 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 da, and it's like a heisty movie or a spy movie. And so he watched all 24 of these movies, and he's like, they were all like the worst thing I've ever seen. Why the fuck are they even being made? It makes no sense. Like, why would you lower yourself to do these movies? And I guess the mechanism is the streaming companies can't pay residuals. They can't pay a % of profits because there aren't any. And so they're paying huge amounts up front. And so they're paying like between 3 to 5 times the normal salary because there is no residuals. And so like you call up Natalie Portman and tell her that you're going to give her $50 million for some shitty movie. And she's like, okay. And I guess that's what's happening. So I don't know. It seems like it's like there's some structural shit going on, and I don't know if that's what's happening here with Karl, but like it's just kind of an interest because it makes no sense to spend $200 million on a movie that means nothing that no one watches, but they just want the catalog. They just want you to see the hero image and swipe by it or whatever the fuck Netflix is doing, you know. So I don't want to devolve into like a streaming wars conversation, but it was kind of an interesting example of like why they would spend $80 million on something like this.
Well, to kind of stick on that for a second without talking about streaming wars, I did see an interesting video a number of months back where they were talking about how like they're making content on services like Netflix that are like sort of tailored to the like low attention span.
Oh yeah.
People, right? Like I don't want to just say like younger people because it's not all
second
people,
screen
but
people
like,
that are on another screen.
Yeah, and they're just like kind of have it on in the background. Like that's what they're making content like that for those people. And like so if you were to sit down and watch that, for instance, you'd be like, this is just terrible, dude, you know, like because it's not really made for like in the classic sense of like making a film
for you to
as
pay
like
attention to it.
Kind of, yeah. Like it's not like a piece of art, you know what I mean? That you sit down and you focus on and you watch and you're like, oh, okay, you know, and you get like sucked into the story and all that. It's not made like that on purpose. And I found that just incredibly weird, you know. So maybe that is part of the reason why that's being done, Chad. I have no idea. Yeah. You know, but it's definitely a weird sort of landscape, you know, of like movies these days. That's for sure.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like the really, really good ones are fewer and farther between. Although, I don't know, I could be wrong about that. I mean, there's definitely been some good stuff out there. More,
sure. There's so many that it's hard to figure out which one's which.
Kind of more on TV maybe, or in TV format than movie format. I don't know.
Sure.
I mean, the movie, like this movie, they're like, it's so weird. Like, there's moments where the fighting's good. There's moments where the writing's good. There's moments where the acting's good. And then it's just mixed in with like the opposite versions of same moments, you know, like where the writing's absolutely terrible, the dialogue is absolutely terrible, and the fighting is abysmal, man. I mean, for a fighting game, that just seems like a huge misstep, man. You know, like even if you just focused on the fighting and didn't have even any real actors in it, you could come up with, I would imagine, some sort of cool fighting movie that would be like, you know, people might get hyped about, you know, or it would be at least visually sort of entertaining to watch, you know what I mean? And you might have something there, you know, but like, I don't know, the way it turned out, like I was really trying hard to love it because like, you know, Karl Urban, and there were moments where he was great and he was funny. And then there were moments where I was like, he's just so utterly misused in this movie. You know what I mean? And other moments where like just the dialogue was just dreadful and the costuming was dreadful in some scenes. And like, you know, let me hold back my urge to retch, you know?
That's fair.
No, I mean, that's my honest kind of assessment of it. I just watched it. So it's pretty fresh.
Yeah.
You know, like the effects were good and like they definitely nailed like the fatalities. Like they were brutal and like, you know, gross in a lot of cases. But, you know, so there was things they got right here and there. But again, it's a 6.5.
Yeah. Out of 100.
Just, yeah, nothing's really
Yeah.
getting nailed. Right?
Well, I mean, they made the movie for people who aren't really paying attention to it. So
It worked.
So that was right. It's doing exactly what it should.
I mean, you know, it's clearly my fault for not actually, you know, engaging with something else while I was
Playing
watching
Candy
this
Crush
movie.
while watching it.
It clearly, should have probably would have improved my my attitude about it.
Your viewing experience. Disclaimer, please watch this
The
movie.
best way to watch the movie is to not
shit.
actually watch it, really. Just sort of glance at it occasionally.
Put it on in the other room and then go do the dishes.
Oh my God.
You'll really
Yeah,
like
exactly. Yeah, right.
it. I mean, it makes so much sense that it's not going to be good. Like Mortal Kombat, I'm sorry, Kev, to shit on your degree, but like Mortal Kombat
It's okay.
was a shitty game, honestly. Like, at least at first. It was hype. It was like blood and guts, but the fighting wasn't that great, you know, like compared to like a Street Fighter or whatever.
Yeah, it was the gory fatalities.
Yeah, it was just all surface shit.
And then like wasn't it one of the first games to actually sort of use like
Live people.
mocap sort of?
Yeah.
like actual footage of actors doing the stuff. Yeah.
I mean, it was very
it was-
impressive at the time, but
Yeah, it definitely wasn't as good as Street Fighter as far as like
the
you know,
mechanics.
how it played.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I remember it being kind of clunky, but still, I mean, we didn't give a shit about stuff like
No,
that
you
at
just
the
wanted
time.
the
We were
blood.
like,
You're
"Look,
like,
they fucking look real, dude, fucking blood."
It looks real, and they ripped their heads out of their spine, their spines.
Yeah, exactly. Get
And
over here.
the movie does it. The movie does that thing, and it just, I don't know, maybe like, you know, add 30 years, and it doesn't really get me going anymore.
Maybe if I saw this movie when the original game came out, I would be like, you know, blown away by it.
Well, that was the other thought I had was I was like, well, the 12-year-old me would watch this and be like, dude, this is sick. You know, no question about it. But like, you know, the whatever age I am, me would be is like, yeah, no, I don't think so.
Yeah.
You know,
And I don't know.
and the other thing too, that I was kind of curious about, that I guess I'm asking the two of you, like, I cannot recall, and I could be wrong, like has any video game been turned into a film successfully? Like I can't, it's so hard to translate a game into a movie. It's like, has anything been done that was really like, wow, this is really cool, innovative, amazing, like, you know, and I don't think like animated movies really, well, maybe it should just encompass everything, but like, that's my question to the two of you, really, to anybody, you know, it's like, can you think of anything that was really like, you were like, wow, yeah, this is cool?
Other than Dennis Hopper
enjoyed
playing
the- I-
Bowser, I don't know.
I enjoyed The Last of Us.
That was
Some of
pretty
the-
good. I haven't played that.
Okay.
I mean, they're kind of shitty movies, but also kind of entertaining. They'll like, and also not necessarily directly, you know,
tied in.
super related to any of the games. The Resident Evil movies.
Yeah. That's
okay.
probably
Yeah,
the
like-
fairest
Yeah.
They're not great, but like
No.
They do the
fairly
thing.
entertaining, and they've got
They're pretty on par.
Mila
Yeah, pretty on point.
Jovovich running around kicking ass. So
Yeah. And you're right. Last of Us has been extremely popular and been extremely well received. I still haven't watched that, but I've heard great things about the show.
yeah,
And the game was, of course, very popular as well.
yeah. But the game is also very story driven, so it's
Yeah,
it's kind
It
of
works in that
makes
sense.
sense.
yeah.
There is I didn't realize Detective Pikachu was a game, but the kids really enjoyed the movie, and it was like half decent. Because like the Mario movies, for example, would be probably said by a lot of people. It's like, oh, that was good, but they're nothing. They're like a McDonald's ice cream shake, like they've got plastic balls to make it thicker, kind of stuff. It's like it's just nothing in them, despite the fact that they have high quality animation.
Maximum forehead vein burstage.
It's just like they're the story. There's just nothing to them. There's no story or anything. It's just the most empty thing.
I mean, I went to go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's it. And I mean, I would almost say similar about Fallout. Like people would probably easily chuck that out there as like amazing, and it just is fucking. It just wasn't any good. It just wasn't good. It was
You're talking about the
B-
show, right?
at best. Yeah.
I saw the Minecraft movie with my kids.
That's another example. What'd you think of that?
So here, interesting movie. Like the movie itself, like I found the whole thing enjoyable, right? And I think, but it had nothing to do with the
nothing
game, really,
Yeah.
at all. You know what I mean? So like, taken alone, like the movie was fine. It was more than fine. Like Jason Momoa and Jack Black, like really made it great and funny. And like they were kind of sort of taking the piss out of the pixelated squareness of the whole Minecraft world, which it didn't take itself too seriously, right? So in that sense, like I feel like the Minecraft movie almost kind of worked like as good as some of the best ones have because of those factors. Like we still listen to the songs because I mean it's Jack Black singing them and he's great, but like the music was good and like Jack Black was really funny and Momoa was really funny as this kind of like burned out 80s loser. Like, there's some good stuff in there. It just really has nothing to do with the game because I listen to my kids go on and on about the game. I'm not a Minecraft fan at all. I can't stand that like 8-bit. It's not even 8-bit. It's just weird looking and it bothers me. But I do dig the whole like idea of the game, like the idea of the building and the crafting and like building a whole world. Like that stuff is very cool. But the movie had nothing to do with the game really at all, except that it was using the name and like some of the creatures and characters in the backdrop, So I don't know. That was kind of interesting. My kids did see the new Mario movie, but they liked it, but
Yeah, kids will like it, but there's just
sure.
nothing to it.
I can't. Yeah, I don't know. If
I'd put
anything to it
Minecraft
or-
in the camp too. If there wasn't a lot to it, but yeah, I get what you're saying. Like it had its moments.
Yeah, right. So I don't know.
I think that the thing that comes to me is like there's a movie that's only there to do fan service, even if it's fan service for 8-year-olds, and then there's a movie that has a story. And I think Last of Us has a story. Detective Pikachu had a story. There's some movies that do, and most of them are just fan service. And I think this movie probably would be appreciated by someone who has played all 11 Mortal Kombat games. I don't know who that person is, but
sure. I mean, there's also like, there's actually like a pretty, they kind of like crafted a lore set around these games over the years. That's like pretty cool, man. It's like you've got elder gods and like, this all sort of kind of mythological stuff that they made up, presumably made up. I know some of the gods and characters are inspired by, Japanese deities and so forth, but like, they basically created this whole lore set about this like, battle for good and evil in the form of like, Outworld versus the Earth realm. And like, there's protectors and gods and all this kind of thing. And like that all that stuff is really pretty cool, man, and, you've got Raiden obviously inspired by, the guy from Big Trouble in Little China and, other cool things in there, characters like Johnny Cage that are very colorful, and, other characters that are just, I always thought, downright stupid, and then other characters that were, pretty cool. So it's like the like story wise and lore wise, like it's there. Like, even the story for this movie is like, it's pretty solid, man. Like, I'm talking about like the thread of the story, not the writing, right? So like, you've got the stuff we already know. It's like the battle between the two realms, and they're choosing the champions, and like that whole thing. And, this one had like some interesting things with like the amulet, and the amulet getting stolen and given to Shao Kahn or whoever that was. And, these kind of things, like that stuff is actually pretty cool,
You say so.
So like,
my give a shit meter just didn't. I mean, I completely hear what you're saying, and I just didn't fucking care. It was interesting. Normally, I'm willing.
I get
to,
it. I'm not. I get it, and I'm not like commenting on whether we care.
No,
or
I
not.
know.
I'm just saying, like, of
They took
all
a swing
the
or
video
whatever.
games, right?
Yeah.
I'm saying of all video games, because we just really talked about and came up with like 3 that were pretty good. Well, Last of Us and the other one that Ben mentioned, but like. There's really like no video game. That's why I asked you the question, was just like, why do they keep trying to make video games into movies when it clearly just doesn't work that great, And so like in the annals of all these films that have been made from games, like this one actually kind of has a story that's, it has some meat to it, whether you like it or not, or you think that it's dumb or not, like fine. But like it's.
Yeah, but it's also kind of like He-Man ad hoc, like
sure.
At some point, they were like, oh yeah, try and figure out a backstory for why people are murdering each other, and like,
sure.
It's not like it was like written that way or made that way. It was just a dumb fighting game where people kill each other,
like
and
retrofit sort of.
Yeah,
but I
yes,
guess
exactly.
what I'm and I understand that, but I think what I'm saying is that like they managed to milk out something from all of that nonsense and fighting gameness. You know what I mean? That is
they did that
better than a lot of these other like game movies. Is really kind of the point I was trying to make. So it's kind of. In that sense, like a missed opportunity. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really think there's a world that exists where the 3 of us really would have liked this movie. I think Karl Urban was the only thing that got any of us through the door in the first place.
Unless it really cheesed out. Like, you got it. I mean, I actually, like, just to shout out that scene where they introduced him and it's like the movie within a movie and it's terrible. Like, I really kind of dug. It was very Kung Fury.
I did
and,
too.
Like, I fucking was kind of enjoying that.
I'd rather watch that movie.
Yeah.
Well, sure, yeah,
super good. Dude.
Well, it's funny because there were times like that where they were like kind of going cheesy, and I was like, they should just go stay here.
Yeah.
They should just stay right here and just make it cheesy, not make it like an entire piss take, but. If they just keep it in like the vein of like a B movie, like it really could have been something like kind of cool and different and fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
And like there were parts where like, like the whole like where they introduced Baraka, and like Johnny Cage has to like step up to the plate, and like, by the end of it, like the guy thinks Johnny Cage is a legend. Like that part was pretty funny. And that to me,
especially when he's like swinging his arms around, and Baraka's like, "Whoa!"
Right. So like that stuff, dumb. I was like, there should be more of this in here, right? I think it was the way I was seeing it was that they were trying to do too many things, right? Because then at the end we get like what ends up being like a really pretty cool battle scene between, Scorpion and Sub-Zero and his sort of shadow form, and then you've got Kano and Johnny Cage there as well, and like some of that stuff, the battle scene wise, like that was actually pretty good, like and then I was like, well, why can't all the fight scenes be this good, and and then when I'm watching the Johnny Cage Baraka part, I was like, why isn't it all like kind of on the nose like this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it would be better suited by not trying to take it seriously at all. Kind of.
I tried not to.
Right.
but it didn't work.
No, but the movie.
Oh, yeah.
The movie should not have tried to take itself seriously. The movie should have just leaned into, the campy B movie sort of aspect.
Yeah.
More of the Johnny Cage and Baraka shit, less of the trying to make it serious. Like,
what was the name of his movie in the movie? Was it Uncaged Fury? Isn't that what it was?
Something like that.
Something like that.
Like that was like Sally Forth. That's where we should have gone.
You have the Johnny Cage lines and attitude and fuck this osity was that movie, except he was walking around in a movie that was taking itself seriously, so it just kind of made no sense, Obviously you get the Australian guy, which by the time he comes on and starts Australianing out, I just wanted to fucking die. I was just like, oh, shut the fuck up, man.
Bro, they toned it way down from the first movie where did like that times 50. Tool. It was awful.
And I know that's the point, but oh my God, I just couldn't. It was just like Jar Jar Binksian, and it's like, okay, I get it, but like, stop, please.
Annoyingness. Yeah, totally.
But those two characters are just walking around in like a really serious, no, the world is going to end, everybody. This is some serious stuff. Yeah. It's just like, okay, dude. It's like floating fucking fighting movie gems in the sky. Like, it's like, I'm surprised there weren't fucking health bars, like when they're fighting, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck are you even talking about?
I know, right? Oh, man. Oh, Jesus Christ. What the fuck?
You got a cat on the loose?
Sorry. No. It's just my stupid XLR cable is super sensitive. And if I like breathe on it, it just like gives me that. Yeah, exactly. Exactly right. Startled me. At any rate, yeah. I'm surprised there weren't health bars. Exactly.
I actually thought that's what those things were for a minute. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? Yeah. like, I don't know. I kind of like laughed at times, but it was like Katana at the end, who was like, I'm fighting for Earth now. And then it like goes up to the sky and the gem color changes and everyone's like, woo!
Whoa! It totally. So great.
The ultimate Shyamalan fucking twist. Did you see that coming?
Yeah. Whoa. Oh, that's so funny. I think,
yes, actually.
Oh my God.
I did.
Yes, I did. Yeah. I saw it coming the moment you walked on the fucking screen.
Yeah. I kind of think health bars would have been cool.
I mean, at this stage, fuck it, right?
At this point, right? Why not?
Yeah. That's the kind of goofiness I'm talking about.
Yeah. And they should have just leaned hard.
Like suddenly Johnny Cage is like, what the hell is that? Like, it's your health bar, dude.
Yeah, that would have been that would have been great if they had just leaned into it like that. That would have been way better. Because it's too all over the place. It's trying to do too many things in one movie and kind of not succeeding at any of them. That's where I land.
To quote an immortal philosopher poet, not like this. The way they did it, man, just not like this.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I started thinking about The Matrix. I was thinking about the fighting and watching the fight scenes, and I was just like, we just did The Matrix, which is like, 20-something, 5 years old now, 26 years old, 7, whatever. And I was like, the fighting was still great. Like, it still looked great. Like, everything looked really good, and some of the fight scenes in this were just almost unwatchably bad.
It's all swoopy cam shit now. It's all like in the Unreal Engine 3D fly around drone fucking shit now.
Yes, I don't know. What is that?
Well, it's like instead of watching two people fight and having good choreography, it's just like the camera swoops around and flies around and you're fucking, does all this shit that you can't do outside of a digital environment. I don't know.
I feel like it was even worse than that, dude. It was like there were scenes where like even like Karl Urban was like fighting Baraka, and it was really just like a shot of like, a side shot of like the two of them fighting. And I was like, God, this just looks so terrible. It looks like there's no power in any of these strikes,
though, right?
Yeah, but like I've seen other movies do that, and it looked like the characters were battling. You know, like I just showed the kids the clip of the tea scene, not the tea garden scene in Hero. You remember that with Jet Li and Donnie Yen, where they have the battle in their mind as it's raining and the guy is playing that stringed instrument. I don't know what it's called. And it's like so good. It's like incredible. And a lot of that is shot like from the side. You know what I mean? So it's like, I know it can be done and I know it can be done well, but it wasn't in this. And it just looked like when they would shoot fighting scenes from the side in this, it just looked very limp and anemic, and it looked like the punches had no power and nothing was really like working. There was no energy to the scene. It was just like all the energy had been kind of sucked out of it. It was really weird.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Even with like obvious wire work added in and stunt people, like, I don't know. It's just kind of a mess.
No doubt. The absolute horror show, terrible fighting that was the Johnny Cage movie within a movie was better. Like all of the punches looked like they missed, and they did miss. And it was like, I enjoyed that more. That missing shit more.
Yeah, me too.
What was the bit you had a bit ago, Ben?
We completely spaced out the fact that Karl Urban was in the Doom movie.
Oh yeah,
from 2005 with the Rock.
Right.
With the fucking Rock. Yeah,
another video game movie.
And that had the first person sequence for like a minute, I think.
That was just
I don't really remember. I feel like I thought it was better than I anticipated it being, but still not great.
Same.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't amazing, but my recollection was enjoying that movie, right? Like between Karl Urban and The Rock, and Rosamund Pike was in that as well. It was pretty excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was pretty solid the way that they laid it out. Again, like it's almost like in order to make it good, you got to like veer away from like the game, oddly enough, so like, I don't know. That's kind of how I was feeling about that one. Like the only thing that I thought was dumb in that was like when they made it first person and made it look like an actual first person shooter.
They only did it for a minute, and that was just a bit of fan service. I mean, just looking at the years, it was 2005. So I think probably this is, Raimi Spider-Man trilogy territory, early Nolan Batman. So it's like pre all MCU, So I think like it. There was a time where we were just like, oh yeah, right on, give it a crack, see how you go. I don't have high expectations. And you're like, yeah, you go. Whereas now you just be like, fucking die, like if you came out with that shit now, which is what we're doing right now with Mortal Kombat,
Sure.
Because it wasn't great, but
it was probably better than this movie, though.
Probably.
I would say so, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
I'd say let's do it next week to check, but then I kick myself off the podcast because fuck that.
Yeah, no, let's
let's not do that.
No. Yeah, no. I'm like, well, it's interesting your comment from before, Ben, about He-Man. Considering we're doing
Lundgren Masters.
What about it?
Just that this was a He-Man out attempt at putting lore together after the fact.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, yeah. But I mean, for instance, like from what I remember about the Lundgren movie, like they tried to like Dark Knight the shit, and it just didn't work. Whereas, I think the new thing they did, they just really leaned into the campiness.
Camp.
Yeah, right. Which is kind of the way to go, I think.
It's the only way to go with He-Man, dude.
Yeah, it is.
Unless you're doing like something animated, like again, like Kevin Smith's Revelation was really good.
Yes, but
a little bit.
No, but I think I mean sure, but a little, I guess. But like in the animated space, you're afforded a lot more leeway on storytelling and stuff. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Just veer away from Fisto.
You mentioned the fights, right? Like the fights, like honestly, dude, the fights should be the main attraction. The fights should be
right,
enjoyable in any way. It should, like, the fatalities should be like, I mean, I guess the fatalities were gory and stuff, but it was just like there was that one, I think it was like Liu Kang or whatever, was fighting the dude with the hat. And then like that's just the fight. I just was just like, oh my god, dude! They're in some like galaxy fucking temple, and like it was like, look how good of a fighter these guys are. They're fighting, and he's paying attention to where the fucking frisbee hat is the whole time, and you're just like, I just don't give a fuck. And then the thing's like stuck in the fucking ground, and then all of a sudden he's got a giant table saw, and he's like, sorry, brother, and fucking, you know, it's just like, oh my fucking god, what am I watching? And like the fights should be the fucking main attraction, you know? Like it's just like
I think my thing is pick one. Like make it campy, like, you know, the kind of Karl Urban movie within a movie, like go that direction, add health bars, like make it ridiculous, make it like, you know, aware of itself, take the piss. Or the most difficult one would be make it a serious movie like Shogun, you know, which they tried to do with like, you know, some of the Hiroki Sanada scenes, or just focus on the fighting, man, and make the fighting the main thing. And they did none of those things exclusively, and they did none of them like consistently well. And I think that is my personal opinion, is that's why this movie fails. That's why it is a 6.5. As listed on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah. Sounds a little high.
Yeah, well, you might be right.
I mean, you get it feels like it was like written in committee or something, because like by the time you get to the end, it's like
yeah. I know what you mean.
Okay, guys, thanks for coming in on a Saturday. We got to get this wrapped up, you know. And then it was like, so here's the state of play. Earthrealm's gonna lose everything if they lose one more thing, but the bad guy's actually immortal because he's got the amulet. But in the meantime, there's a Mines of Moria fight scene with the shadow version of Sub-Zero who comes back and fights Johnny Cage, who's finally found himself and he figured out what his powers are. And you're just like, the Australia guy's hanging on by a thread. He's got his Bowie knife stuck in the side of the column, and he's climbing, and then he falls down. And it reminds me of that scene with Anakin Skywalker falls, and he can't quite get back up, and he can't get to Obi-Wan, but instead, Reptile comes in, and you're just like, and then they beat the guy the second before Katana fights Shao Kahn, and he cuts Shao Kahn, who thinks he's immortal and he can't be hurt, but it turns out he has his throat cut and he can be hurt now, and he freaks out, but then he starts winning again, but then he loses. And this is like
You said it.
I can't, like,
if that sounds, if what Chad just said sounds
actual
good to
fucking
you,
plot of the last 10 minutes of the movie,
then
like,
have at it.
You know, this is one of those movies that I'm going to go watch the pitch meeting.
Dude. Yeah.
Right after this. And I guarantee you the pitch meeting that what's his face does is going to be absolutely spot fucking on. That episode, that one episode will be absolutely spot on and not just a piss take, you know, like ridiculous.
Crazy town.
Yeah. When you guys were saying at the beginning, like, oh, you know, like, how long is this going to last? And I was listening to you, and then I was like, well, you know, I'll do my diplomatic best here. And here I am, barely an hour later. And I'm like, well, I'm done.
Did you guys see Bullet Train, that Brad Pitt one?
No, but I've heard.
I've heard people talk about it or whatever. I started watching it the other night, and it's awful, which you would expect, like whatever. But like I've heard people say good things, and I feel like it's like there's so many of those kind of movies. It's like slick.
Chad, it hits different when you're on ketamine.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, bro.
That's fair. that Patrick Willems video was talking about the streaming stuff, and it was saying that like the streaming studios data was showing that mass audiences like competence porn. And so competence porn is just like any movie where the person's really good at something and you get to see them do the thing that they're really good at. And usually it's like spy, espionage, fighting, killer shit. And I feel like this is kind of in that space, and Bullet Train is just like, it's just the most nothing burger of a... I get what they're saying about it being easily digestible competence porn, but...
It hits different when you're also scrolling TikTok videos.
That's true.
Yeah, dude. I'm kind of I'm already tired of like let's use psychology and data to like make better movies and music. I've had enough of that.
Yeah,
like that's done. Just
we're done here.
I'm sick of it. There's no artistry in any of it, you know.
Yeah.
And like I opened a tab. I saw a thing on the side of IMDb, and I opened it a new tab, and it said is it like a list or an article, my must-see movies of 2026, and I'm just looking at like the ratings, and they're all like the ones that are rated that have been released, you know, like Masters of the Universe and Spider-Man, and well, not Spider-Man, but like this movie, Project Hail Mary, like a lot of these movies, it's like 7.6, 7.6, 6.5, 5.2, like they're all kind of blah, dude. If I'm to sort of take this at face value, but it goes along with what we're saying.
100%.
You know?
They're throwing good money after
actually,
bad.
I've heard Project Hail Mary is really, really good, but like, you know, Devil Wears Prada 2.
I wouldn't say it was very good.
Oh, okay.
Do you end up anywhere on Hail Mary, Ben? Or where do you end up on Hail Mary?
Fucking loved it.
Did you? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I heard it was really good, man. I'd like to see that.
Yeah, I mean, it was
but
fun.
Then again, I've read the book, so you know, I had a deeper attachment to the story, period.
Yeah, totally.
Sure, but I would say that that's even more of an endorsement, because it's like it's tough. You know, it's tough to read the book and then go watch the movie and get stoked about it. You know, sometimes
it's definitely better than a lot of the other shit that's coming out. Like I guess like your quick glimpse at the state of play being middling in terms of like a Rotten Tomatoes as proxy for quality. Like Hail Mary is definitely above those lines, you know.
That one's the highest rated one on this list. Yeah.
I mean, look at any, you know, slew of summer blockbusters, and you're going to see similar ratings because they're just those kinds of movies.
Yeah,
sure.
One of the interesting conclusions of that Patrick Willems video was like, we're kind of getting that they have started to learn that
I hate this guy.
Who, Patrick Willems?
Yes.
Yeah, it's fair enough. He's a very weird guy, but he makes some interesting points sometimes.
Never seen one of his videos.
Have you not? You just look at it and be like, I hate him.
I'm just annoyed with the fact that he keeps fucking breaking into our podcast.
It was just an interesting video that I saw. But one of the last things I'll say about it is it seems like we're coming to the end of that wave where they were just pissing money into these kinds of things, and they've started to learn that it's not moving the needle. And so hopefully it's like a phase that we've kind of grown out of. And we stop making the tripe, you know? So
hopefully, yeah. Well, Dune Part 3 is coming out in December. That looks pretty...
Sure.
You know, curious to see that. And then there's a Street Fighter movie coming out in October.
It's got to be, like, I mean, I imagine it can't be worse than this. But...
Dude, Jason Momoa and David Dastmalchian are in it.
Yeah.
Go figure.
It'd be slightly hilarious and ironic if the Street Fighter movie was better quality than the Mortal Kombat movie, just like the games.
Yeah, it would be.
I guess like it's just this and movie and Street Fighter and these movies are made to like entertain the fans and stuff, and like I guess just do we have the patience for that kind of thing? Because like I was kind of hyped for the Karl Urban stuff. I was like, oh, I'll check out Street Fighter. That could be fun. And it's just like I just didn't have fun here, you know. And is that the genre fan servicey stuff's problem? And I just am not interested in that anymore, or is it just this movie sucked?
Whoa.
I don't know. Maybe.
Your stream was just freaking out.
Yeah, okay, so it wasn't just me. Yeah, your stream was freaking out.
It made it sound like there was like buzzing going on, and it sounded like you were repeating
Yeah.
yourself over and over again.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like Max,
Yeah, it
like
was
Max
really
Headroom
weird.
a little bit. Chad
Yeah.
Headroom.
Yeah, you Max Headroom dad. It was
yeah.
really weird.
Okay.
There you go. There's your
Well, all I was
there's
saying was,
another
like,
nickname. Chad Headroom.
If this is a fan service movie, which it basically is, and if Street Fighter is another fan service movie, it makes me feel like maybe I just don't like fan service movies, because I was hyped for this, at least the Karl Urban part. Knowing that it's Mortal Kombat, I knew it was going to suck, but like I was hyped
There
for
it goes
Karl.
again.
Just happened again.
Hang on.
It's good. You're good. Keep talking, dude. It's only happening like for a blip.
Like, are you still interested in?
We're getting
Street
weird. So
Fighter?
Ben's laughing. I'm listening.
Are you still interested in Street Fighter or not? Because like,
No. I mean, look, to me, it's not another fan service movie. It's another video game movie. And I'm not
Yeah.
really super interested in seeing video game movies. Like, after this, like, honestly, dude, the first Mortal Kombat movie from whenever
Way back.
whenever that was, like, that's better than this. You know what I mean? Like, somehow that was better than this. And I don't even know how that's possible, but like, it was. And I don't know. Like, I'm kind of curious to see The Last of Us, you know, especially when one of us recommends it, as Ben did, you know,
It's
like,
good.
but I don't know. I'm not really, all these video game movies are just kind of mad, dude. So I don't know. Unless I see something or somebody's like, dude, you got to see it. It's really funny or whatever. If they maybe lean into it in a particular direction, maybe, but generally the answer would be no.
I think if you're making something based on a game that is story based, then you have something
Sure.
to work with.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
If you're making a game based on a side scrolling fighting game that people
Fighting
just play to
game,
kick
yeah.
the shit out of each other,
Or a side-scrolling game about a plumber trying to save whatever in Mario World. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
same thing. Like,
I mean, at least
I mean,
there's
that-
some
that-
story there,
yeah, there is some story there too. You know what I mean?
knowing literally nothing about Red Dead's plot, I would imagine it would be good source material for something. For example,
Dude,
I imagine
say
the
that- I would
argument is
say-
that they already did it and play the game, but like,
that would be the argument for me, sure. Like, why watch it when you
why
can
make it a
with
remake when you could just play the fucking thing? But I think people
Exactly.
potentially have said that about Last of Us. And I was aware of Last of Us was very cinematic and story driven, but I never played it. I was always hoping to get around to it. I just don't really play very many games anymore.
Sure, I get that too.
But I think you're dead right. Like,
Yeah.
if it has a story driven thing, like, of course it's going to be potentially easier or more worth adapting. Okay, well, video game movies fucking suck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you? This is completely unrelated, but
Oh,
Ben,
please.
did you?
Can we change
did you
topics,
see-
please?
Did you see Mandalorian and Grogu, the movie?
I haven't seen it.
I did.
You did, and what did you think of that?
I wasn't expecting much at all, and I don't know. I ended up enjoying it.
Nice.
It's probably like, I don't know if I'll ever watch it again.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So not as good as the series.
It was like more of the same, if you ask me.
Okay.
Buff Hutt's excluded.
Is there a buff hut? Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, there's a Buff Hutt.
Job with the Swole.
Hot.
I like it.
Oh wow. Really? Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, I was
wasn't a big
fan
fan of that, but other than that, I thought it was decent.
I'm a big fan of the series, and I've heard not awesome things here and there about it. So I was curious if either of you had seen it.
I've enjoyed more or less everything that I've seen. The only thing that probably the fucking biggest thing right now that I thought was shit was Disclosure Day.
Oh, really?
Oh my god. Yeah, I heard that was terrible.
But like it's like still smashing the box office. I think. Like I haven't seen that many people in the theater here on Nantucket. Like it was.
Right.
It wasn't packed by any stretch, but there was probably like 30 or 40 people in there or something like that.
They're marketing the shit out of it, so.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the trailer, I was like, this is going to be shit.
Yeah. That's what
but then I was like,
too.
yeah, it's Spielberg. I should give it a chance. You know, it's got some good
Sure.
actors in it. And it wasn't like terrible, but it was just not great.
Great.
In my opinion.
Right on.
But that's probably one of the, you know, out besides, Project Hail Mary, that's probably one of the higher rated ones out there.
It's rated 6-7 here on this list. But yeah, fair enough. All right. So we're out of things to talk about this movie, clearly. So now we're going to now we're going to move to the end game of each episode. I don't really want to talk about the Nuggets. I don't really care about the Nuggets. I don't. I read like one nugget, and I think that was it, and I didn't give a shit. I think there might have been. These nuggets are so like for people that are just absolute Mortal Kombat mega fans, dude.
If we can't get a film historian hyped for this movie, then take it as a sign, right?
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that was sort of cool was that Carl's son, Indy, his name is Indy Urban, played young Johnny Cage in that phone flashback, which is...
Yeah, that's cool. I didn't pick up on that in the moment. I was like, who the fuck is that? And it turns out.
I'm Chad Headroom.
Still.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these nuggets are like, oh, so-and-so who voiced this character in this Mortal Kombat game really wanted this movie to be made. It's like, who cares? I will say one depressing nugget that I Yeah. One thing that was really depressing that I saw in the Nuggets, Chad, was that this guy Joe Taslim, who plays
Dalsim.
I don't even know who he plays. Oh, there is I don't know who he plays in this movie, but he's signed on for 4 more sequels. So
fucking kill me.
We're gonna get like 4 more terrible Mortal Kombat movies. I mean, the first one was pretty terrible too.
Don't worry, I won't be watching them.
I know you won't, and I will be right there with you.
I'll be right there with you. I'll be right there with you.
Not watching them. Yeah, so I don't know. That's it for Nuggets. We had no deaths. Would I recommend this movie?
The tone of your voice is how I felt at the end of this movie.
Yeah, if you are 10 years old or 12 years old, or if you are between the ages of 10 and 12 and you are a Mortal Kombat super fan, watch this movie.
Don't watch this movie.
If you're a Karl Urban purist like we are, clearly, maybe give it a watch. Just know that this movie tries to do a bunch of different stuff and doesn't really do any of them particularly well. That's it. I know the other two are going to say, hated it.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. This movie can get fucked.
Damn.
If you've got a big pile of TikTok videos queued up, or perhaps a big pile of ketamine,
Get on.
knock yourself out.
There you go. Well, there you have it, folks. Mortal Kombat 2. And Chad Headroom, everybody. And we're going to be, we're glad that you tuned in to join us for this super short episode. And hopefully next week won't be another similar disaster, as we're having a friend of the show, fan of the show, turbo fan of the show, Green Tides, also known as Chad's best friend in Australia. He's going to be coming on as a guest, and we can't wait for that. And the movie he requested is the original 1980s Dolph Lundgren Masters of the Universe. So we will be tackling that next week. Should be tons of fun.
That was a schlocky, right? I mean,
that movie knows.
It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. Good one.
Don't do that. Don't say anything else.
We know we're going to
cut all that out. Okay, maybe we will. We're gonna have a good time.
Maybe it's better than
so
I
that's-
remember.
I hope it's better. I hope it's better than Ben remembers, because I don't remember any of it.
Almost certainly.
Oh yeah. Well, there you go. So, Mortal Kombat 2. Thanks for joining us. We love you guys. You're the best, and we'll see you on another time.
Bye. Bye.
Say bye.
Bye.
Headroom. Say bye.
I did. You just heard it say bye, 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 bye.
Oh, you must have said bye.
Bye.
And that's going to wrap up this week's episode. Folks, if you'd like to check out the show notes for this episode, you can do so in your podcast app of choice. But I guarantee there won't be any show notes because this movie was so terrible.
It was like a year.
All right, there haven't been show notes in a year. Anyway, you can find it on our website. ebd.fm/episodes/354. Pretty sure that's right. 355. Whoa, how about that? If you'd like to support our great venture here, hey, there you go. You can do so on Patreon if you'd like. You can also rate us and review us. You can also tell people to check out the show. That's right, physically telling people to check out the show. What a novel idea. If you'd like to join us on social, you can do so on Instagram. We lurk there using the handle @EBD Podcast. And that's about it. Thanks for joining us for Mortal Kombat 2. See you next week for Green Tides and Masters of the Universe. So long for now, folks.
One for C-Lab, two for Troy Eagle, three for Wolverine to round out the trio in this episode. Everybody dies.
Beady, beady, beady.
The tone of your voice is how I felt at the end of this movie.